And if you are watching this live, happy Friday. I'm going to adjust my camera a little bit here so just so you can see a little bit more. There we go. Okay. I think that's what we want. Okay. So that's adjusted. Sorry about all that craziness with all the wobbling there. But I wanted you to be, I must have changed my camera and forgot about it. I wanted you to be able to see a good close-up of what I'm working with today. So I've been gone a couple weeks just because I've been out having fun. We can talk about that as we're going through tonight. But today I'm going to scrapbook these 9 photos. I'm going to do a 2-page layout tonight. I decided I've got so many things that I need to do 2-page layouts for, and these are some pictures from the beginning of the summer. Yeah, the beginning of June. And this is my boyfriend and I, and we went to this gorgeous recreational area. It's a county park called Lions Den Gorge, and there is a gorge that runs through this park, but it's up on top of a bluff above Lake Michigan, and it's just beautiful. And Lake Michigan, on my side of the lake, which is the west side of the lake near Milwaukee, does not have gorgeous looking water a lot, but here, and it still didn't capture it completely, but it looked like Caribbean blue. It was just gorgeous. So we went on a hike above the bluff and then through some of the other nature areas. It was hot that day, but I want to get this documented because it is a really great memory. We had a really great day. Even though it was hotter than blazes that day, it was really warm. So I decided, generally you might think blues and pinks or blues and greens here. But when I look at this, my shirt here is pink and I'm wearing a pink hat here. So I decided I want to use a pink paper, and I was thinking about pink and where, like a line that maybe I hadn't used a while, and I thought I had some pink in my Bella Boulevard Illustrated Faith collections. So this is one of the papers I chose. Now there's a border on the back of this, but this is the paper here. This is the Make Your Mark paper, and it's the Borders paper. And I think this might be one of the papers before they started calling it Illustrated Faith, if I remember correctly how that went. But anyway, so I thought that would be kind of cool underneath these photos. Get these on here. And that it would be kind of a good, like, foil for the blues and the greens here. So here's how it looks with all the blues. Hey Tamara, happy Friday to you too. And then there's how it looks with the greens. So I think it's a really pretty foil for both colors. So I'm going to use that, and I'm going to cut it. I think I'll use this as a mat for all the photos here. I'm afraid that but sometimes I'll just use it for a mat for like the top row. But if I did that, I think I want to put green behind this. You'd lose these photos. So then this is the other paper I'm thinking about using. This is the Bella Boulevard Make Your Mark paper, and this is the Magnifique paper, and this is just such a gorgeous paper. I have used this before, and then it has this on the back. So I'm not going to be too upset about the fact that I'm going to cut this up. Now, if I really hadn't used this paper before, and I have a ton of this Bella Boulevard paper, I could like cut a strip and tape it to the back of this, and if I wanted to, I could also reinforce this on a piece of like cardstock that I'm not going to use, so that I would just have to cut small strips. But I'm not going to do that. I have so much paper, and I have used this beautiful backside before, so we're going to go ahead and cut it up. And then this is from another paper from the collection, and I don't know. Oh, I might actually, let me take a look. I was going to say, I'm not sure if I have what that is or not, but I think I did see another piece of this in there, if I can find it quickly. Oh, and I still do have another piece of this left, so if I wanted to use it again, I could. I bought a ton of that paper because I loved it so much, as you can tell. Maybe I don't have, oh, I did. Oh, here we go. Okay, so these are the cut aparts from Make Your Mark. They're the Daily Details paper, and they have that little gumdroppy looking piece on the back. So, that's where that's from. So the photos, Tamara, are from a place called Lion's Den Gorge. It's in Wisconsin, not too far from where I live, and it's a county park, actually, right on the bluff of Lake Michigan. This is Lake Michigan here. So what I'm thinking about doing is then bringing in this blue card here on this side, and then it says you and me. I'm thinking I can put at Lion's Den Gorge here, and then journal a little bit and date it up here. I could also journal, you know, along the bottom of the paper or something like that too. That's the other thing I thought about. But that's what I'm thinking so far. So I'm going to cut this out first because I know I want to use this. And I might just look at it straight. I'm looking, it's not completely straight at the top, so we'll get that straight. And then this line has a beautiful gold foil in it. So I did bring out, no, I didn't show you guys that. I'll show you that now that I'm thinking about it. So I kind of played around with what things could I use for embellishments. Bella Boulevard and Illustrated Faith both have plenty of embellishments. They are very faith-based, but there are things like Find Your Joy that would work, or Shine On, or Love, or you can do this. All these puffy stickers will work here. Yes, kind, that kind of stuff. So these are puffy stickers. There's also, these are the Illustrated Faith. Oh, so this is when it converted. I wonder if there's a year on any of these. I don't think so. There's not. So at one point they started going under the Illustrated Faith label. So I could use these flowers. I could use these flowers, arrows, that kind of stuff. So these are the puffy stickers. I would like to use some of these up on this layout for sure. And then to back myself up, I have some tabs here. I have some labels that you know, I can use, like some plain ones, some that do XOXO. So those I could use. I have a pad of stickers that's a lot of labels and that kind of stuff. I have these enamel hearts that I'm thinking that I could use because it's my boyfriend and I have gift tags that I could use if I thought I wanted something to pop up out of the top. These are clear stickers from this same collection, so I could use those. Probably not, but I want to have them handy. And then I have these die cuts here. They're so these are just some different die cuts. There was I saw like a little cloud here. I thought, oh, that might be kind of cute to use on here because it was outdoors. And then these are the paper pieces from this Make Your Mark collection. Yeah, they're the paper pieces. And so these are ones, again, where here's some of the flowers. There's one that says gratitude here. And then there's just pieces with like these hearts here with the gold on it. Explore would be a great one for this. So I'm thinking about probably bringing in some of that gold with these pieces. So I'm just going to lay them over here. And that will be a nice way to, you know, bring some of the stuff in. There's some blue in here and that kind of stuff as well too. So hey Cynthia, good to see you. So before I get too far down the road, I think I'm going to just start gluing these photos down because I need to decide how big this is going to be, and I have 10 inches because, or about 10 inches, it's not quite, these aren't quite 4x6s, but about 10 inches of space taken up just from the height of the photos. And I'm thinking that we'll just use a narrower border on these. And then we'll pop them down here like that. So 2 weekends ago, I told you guys I had plans and I had things I was going to go. So 2 weeks ago, I went what we call up north in Wisconsin. So I went to a friend's cabin about 4 hours away from where I live, and we had a girls' weekend of some good friends of mine. And it's the group, some of you may remember that one of my closest friends died of breast cancer about 2 years ago. And so it was the first time we had all been together. There were 9 of us there, and we had just an awesome, awesome time. So that was super fun. And then last weekend, I went to Washington, D.C. to meet my great nephews. So this is my great nephew G, because you know my little people in my life only have initials for names to protect their identities. But anyway, so this is my great nephew. It was so good. I hadn't seen my nephew in over 2 years because he was studying abroad, doing doctoral research, and then COVID happened. So in the meantime, his baby boy was born, and so it was very cool to get in touch, to see them, all 3 of them, and to spend time. We did a little bit in Washington, D.C. My sister lived there for a number of years, so it's not like I haven't done a lot of the stuff there, but we did see, I had not seen the World War II Memorial or the Martin Luther King Jr. Memorial, so we went to see those, stopped by the Lincoln Memorial, did a walk around the mall. I had hoped to see the Holocaust Museum this visit, but there weren't any tickets available, and I didn't feel like queuing. We were more on a schedule, so I'll know the next time I go to do that. That's one big thing that I really want to do that I have not done. But I'll be back to see them, and they both work for government agencies, so they will be there for a while. So anyway, so this is my beautiful new nephew, G. He's my youngest great nephew. I have 2 great nephews and a great niece now. So I'm sure you will see some photos of him probably coming up. I have a baby book to do for him at some point, but Mom and Dad also need to get me the pictures. So, hey Glenda, welcome. She's getting ready for bed because she's up at 3. For work. Oh my goodness. Good for you. I am not a morning person, so 3 o'clock in the morning is the time I go to bed, not the time I get up. Bless you. So, oh yeah. Yeah, I got what you were saying, Tamara. Yeah, his cheeks are to die for right now. They are so cute. I did, just because of COVID, I did resist kissing his cheeks. I did, however, kiss his little head. So, but I did not kiss his cheeks. Mommy and Daddy were cheek kissing him, though. It was very cute. All right, so then we have to get this card on there, and it's a little bit, it's not quite as long as this photo. So that's an opportunity for a little bit of embellishment there, perhaps. We'll have to see. Because then you kind of hide the fact that they're not exactly the same. I do that when I don't cut things evenly too. Okay, so then I want to get this again with a narrow border. I'm going to leave that border on there just so you know it's all pink, right? Just kind of decide. I'll do it so it's kind of on a an even number, and this photo is coming over the edge just a little bit. So before I actually cut that, I'm going to just cut that little edge there. So the closest measurement that would make sense to me is 10 inches. So I'm going to just cut that. And then that will sit on this piece of paper. So I'll just cut that. Border off, might as well, since I know what I want to do. You guys, tonight the window in my scrap room is open, and I am so excited. I've had my air conditioning on for so many days, I've lost track. Seriously, it's been hot and humid here And so it's so nice to have windows open again. Okay, oops. I was thinking about cutting it at 12 inches. Well, that's lovely and all, but really we want 10 here. All right, and then the same thing is true. This is a little wider. So these, the pink pieces of paper must not be quite 12 inches wide. And I'll go back and I'll find this piece here. So I have not done any scrapping for the last 2 weeks. I've done some videos, but no scrapping. I'm starting to get a little twitchy, so it's a good thing live tonight, and I have plans for tomorrow, but I'm thinking on Sunday I might have to do some scrapbooking. So I think what I'll do, let me just make sure, oh, I was going to say, let me make sure I can see this. I was going to get up and look at the phone. I don't need to because I can see right ahead of me. So what I want to do here is I don't want this measurement and this measurement to be the same. I'm going to drop that down until it feels like a good spot for me. And that's just totally, how does it feel to you? It doesn't have to be anything in particular. Just gonna make sure that this is even then. And then I can, if I want to, line my mat up here, and then I'll kind of be able to sort of eyeball. Yeah, that's close enough. You can also take a T-square ruler if you're crazy. Not crazy, sorry, I didn't mean that. If you really like to make sure things are lined up. And then what I'll do on this side, and I store in D-ring albums, so you will never see these two exactly together anyway. There'll always be that D-ring space in the middle. So I don't get too crazed about something if it's off. Like this is just a little bit longer than this one. But that's okay. Okay, so then I just do this side. There we go. Hey Harmony, good to see you. Okay, so now we have that. And then I think it's time, let's embellish for fun now. So I did say that I wanted to use these puffy stickers, and I think I'm going to start out thinking about how I'm going to place the different flowers. And this big one could go one of two places. It could go here because it's got a lot of space, or it could go over here because that's where the title is. And I have another one that's like this. Plus, now that I think about it, I have them in that pack of die cuts as well too. So let me just bring some of those out to see if maybe I want to combine some. It's basically kind of repeating what I have. I also have some hearts here. I have a couple of different hearts. Let's see, yep, you can see those. And this heart, so I could, oh here this is a black heart. I don't have any black, but I do have dark, so I could do that. Just kind of looking at the big things that I can use as, what do I want to say, as foundation pieces. And then there's this Explore here as well. So that could go in here somewhere as well. So, and then you'd get kind of an across kind of thing going on. So I'm just gonna take a peek at how I think this might work. I don't want to take up too much of the photos there because they're beautiful. I think I need my wax paper. Hold on a second, guys. Or women, whoever is here. I don't want to be discriminatory. Okay. I think it'll be easier with these puffies if I just do this, because I'll feel better about being able to move stuff around. So So then I have this little 2-flower one that I'm thinking up here. And then this, oh, I have 2 more flowers. Okay, so that's good. Because then I can get like 2 on each page. I'm going to pull these down a little bit so that I can kind of think about how things look. So that one there, and then this little one here. So that's kind of nice. Oh, I did say, I thought about something there, but I think I prefer it up in this top corner. And I'm also thinking, although that looks kind of nice there, like this one here and this one here. Could be this one here and this one here, but that does look upside down there, so I think we're gonna maybe do that. So the other thing I could do as well is add in these guys to help make them look bigger. I don't really like that, like to add into that cluster, so I think the puffies, I'm not going to do these die cuts of these flowers, just the puffies. Then let's see if I can make those hearts work, and I want to remember that I have my puffies here. So let's see, I have 4 hearts to use up here, possibly. And maybe this pink one would be better over here. And this has a little gold heart in it. Okay. It will work. I'll make it work. That one. That one, and this one probably needs a big one now that I look at that. So let's do this, and then, okay, so I'm getting dots in 2 places no matter what I do. I like the heart there. I don't love this heart. Doesn't mean I can't use that one. This one feels like kind of overkill. So I think what I'm going to do is just use, hey Tammy, good to see you or hear from you. I think I'm going to leave these hearts out and just use this one to emphasize the title. I like the way that looks there. I didn't like how it looked anywhere else. And unfortunately, I think I'm going to end up covering up that darling little heart. There. Okay, so you can still tell. Actually, I can even tilt it more. I like to tilt my hearts quite a bit. Okay, so there we go. I like this better. Like that. All the hearts seemed like overkill to me. It's just looking to see if I maybe wanted one on this page somewhere. It's okay. And then I do have this explore as well, because that's what we were doing. Definitely too much if I use this heart. You get a lot of thought process here, guys. Hopefully that's okay. I really like this heart on this side of the Explorer, but I don't love how that leaf looks there. So let's see about tilting. I don't know why I think it has to go this way. I think I know why. Although this is This one is, there we go. This one's going down. That's why, I guess why I'm thinking that. See Kelly struggle with one silly word. I like the idea of the gold and gold. So maybe what I should do, let's follow the rule that I like to make myself follow when I'm doing this. Glue down what you know. What I feel confident about. And that's that. That. And then sometimes by doing this, it just helps me see better. So there's that. This one, so now I'm hiding that funny piece. And then if you look, I'm kind of bouncing where my embellishments are going across the page. So I'm not necessarily using clusters of 3, but there's one here and one down here. Then it bounces to the top and then back over here. So these two clusters are kind of across from each other in the layout, and that just kind of helps bring things together a little bit. So I like the way that looks. I do like this, but okay. So how about a vote? What do you guys think? Do we like the Explorer there with that little rose there or not? I'll let you kind of look at that while I look to see if there's anything else. Although we could do this. That's too much pink. Yeah, too much pink to use that one. And then there's a nice love here, but it has, it's more gold than yellow here. Yes. Find Your Joy is nice, but okay, so Tamara says she likes it there. Okay, I think we're gonna leave it. I think there's just something I'm not loving about the way this is, and since Tamara likes it, we're gonna put it on. I think it's a single piece, and that's what's bothering me a little bit. So then I'm going to need foam tape behind this because it's up a little bit on that side. That's what happens when you don't scrapbook for a couple of weeks. You can't make decisions. Okay, so that should be good enough. Actually, guys, this might be a really fast layout. I'm just gonna make sure that it's sort of stuck. Wanted to kind of sit a little bit below the top of that pink. Okay, so this is nice. I do really like that, how that gold echoes each side there. I do have a little pink heart here. Oh, actually, I have all those enamel hearts. That's right, so let's go there. I do have puffy hearts on this sheet as well, but not really pink, so I'm using old Bella Boulevard and Illustrated Faith supplies here, in case you're wondering where these things are coming from. Okay. And that was Tammy. I think I might have said Tamara, because Tamara's right above you, Tammy. It was Tamara who said she liked, or Tammy who said she liked it. Okay, so then these hearts are always a little wonky from Bella Boulevard. This might be better with one that's a little bit smaller. Okay. That's a lot. Maybe that won't get one. I have really little ones here. Oh, these are cute. So there's a little one there. And then maybe this one. Yeah, I like that better. Okay, so there's these are Illustrated Faith Basics. I don't even think you can buy these things anymore because they're not producing anything. So they're not producing product anymore. We have the Explorer Pure, so that's a really nice. My title I wanted to say maybe Lions Den Gorge or at Lions Den Gorge, and I'm gonna look and see if I still have any gold letters left that are small. I thought I did. I do. It's a little bit of a different gold though, these glitz letters are. But I think I'm okay with it. I don't think I have any other gold letters. If I remember, small ones like that. I have other gold letters, but they're much bigger. They wouldn't look right. Okay. Just checking. I keep my letters in the basket. Oh, I have these too as well. I guess they're about the same though. This is actually even more brown. So those were from some old Studio Calico letters. So let's use these from Glitz, and I'm going to actually not be brave and get out my wax paper here because it's a longish title for me. And I just want to make sure. Now it would be really nice if I had an @ sign in here, but I don't. Nope, I don't. So we'll get that figured out. There we go. I needed my little tweezers, of course. So what have you guys been up to? Harmony, you're being very quiet tonight. Is it hot by everybody? We finally, today the other exciting things besides our humidity going away is that we've been getting a lot of smoke from the Canadian wildfires, and it's really been bothering my breathing and eyes, and that finally went away today. And not to minimize the fact that the people who are being affected by those wildfires, that's a big deal, but it was miserable. And I when I went to Washington DC, when I went for my girls' weekend, I was closer to it, which made it worse. But when I went to DC, of course, I wasn't getting it, and I was like, oh man, just heek. It was crazy when I came back. So Harmony says, "Aw, I'm sorry, Harmony. That's awful. Sorry. Well, I'm glad we could be a little bit of entertainment for you tonight, or a little bit of something else to focus on." So let's see, what else do I have planned? I have I won't be here next Friday because I have all 4 of the M's overnight, you guys. So my grandchildren, for those of you who are new, they are 8, 5, 3, and 2. And it will be the first time that they have all stayed over with Grandma Kelly, all at the same time. They've all stayed overnight. Usually the 3 oldest M's I've had the 3 oldest M's multiple times, but I've never had M number 4 along with them. And he's been here, but he was a baby. He stayed with me, but he was a baby the last time he was with me, and he didn't like it so much. But that was during COVID when he hadn't seen me very much. So I think he'll be fine. But my big concern about him is that he likes to climb, and he also likes to run. So we will have a stroller. We will have what we call the monkey backpack, which is a backpack with a strap on it. So I never said I'd leash any children, but then I met my grandkids and decided sometimes there's good ways to keep track of them. And it's a backpack, so you don't put a strap on their wrist or anything. So, yes, may the force be with me. Prayers next Friday. And then we are going to the zoo. That's why they'll be here on Saturday in a city not too far from me. It's a yearly thing we do together, and it will be number 4's first time with us to do it. And yeah, that's even going to be scarier. Yes, lots of photos in my future. Okay, so this is why I wanted to do this, to get this space here. So do I want to do it and leave it kind of above, or do I want to just put it down here like this? And I think I'm going to put it over this, over these dots, just less distracting, less distracting. So, okay. Oh, and they do have flamingos at the zoo, Harmony. My grandkids love them, so we will say hello to the flamingos for you. One of my friend's little brothers always called them flaming ghosts, and I still think of that, and he's like 40 now. Still, every time I see them. So I'll say that to my grandkids. Where are the flaming ghosts? And they look at me like I've kind of lost my mind, but they're used to that too. So Tammy is saying hot 100 plus by her. Wildfire smoke came in today. Oh. And Tammy says earlier this week they found a water leak and are trying to figure out how to repair the floors and walls. That's bad. We had some pretty nasty weather around here in the last 2 weeks. We had major tornadoes here 2 weeks ago. Very, very close at 1:30 in the morning, actually. But did not affect me. I went back I still go to my nail salon in the town I used to live in, and I went there today, and there was a tornado that went through very close, but they also had straight line winds, and there was a house that I passed every day on my way to work that I lived there that has major damage to it, like major roof damage, siding, big old growth trees that were around the house are gone. It was crazy. And then a lot of the area, the trees that were still standing had lost a lot of branches, and then also leaves, like they were almost naked. So that was sad. So there were tornadoes in the area. And then this week, we had some bad storms go through on Tuesday, and for our local southeastern Wisconsin energy company, it was the worst power outage they'd ever seen, and there were 250,000 people, which is half the size of the city of Milwaukee, but that was the entire kind of metro area in other southeastern Wisconsin. 250,000 people without power, and there are still people without power. Last I heard, I think it was about 60,000 people this morning, so it was rough. I did not lose power. I did in the storm with the tornadoes. We were out for about 8.5 hours, I think. So I did get up early and went and got ice and stuff for the cooler. I didn't sleep that night anyway. It was hot. We didn't have air conditioning, and I was going away on my girls' weekend, so I was thinking about all the food in my freezer would have been okay, but because if you don't open them for 2 days, they're good for 2 days if you don't open them, but I was worried about all the stuff I bought for girls' weekend in the fridge. So at like 6 o'clock in the morning, I was at the local gas station getting ice and coffee, and yeah, the coffee was probably the more important of those two. So anyway, so here you go, you guys. Well, as I was talking to distract you from that, I really like how these letters ended up looking. They matched that a lot better than I thought they would. And now I'm just thinking maybe some enamel dots, because gosh knows I have a ton of them and I could get rid of them. I have that acidy green. I think I'm going to use this because there's not many times I can use them. So anyway, you guys, it sounds like people have just been having, it's been a rough one lately in lots of places. So I hope you guys are doing okay. And I hope, Tammy, that well, I don't know about easy solutions in that situation. I've had that happen. So thanks, Harmony. I do like the page too. I think it's just a nice, simple, it was a really fun day. So I'm glad I'm getting this documented. It was kind of one of those days that I knew that he was probably going to be long term. And so since you guys have been kind of not with me on the journey, but you've been around, we actually just celebrated our like 5-month dating. And it's not that I think that that's a long time or anything, but it just seems like, wow, where did that time go? So we just saw that was earlier this week. So just crazy. So just dropping. Yeah, I like the little dots on here. Just something a little fun. And then we'll pop one maybe here. And then one down there. Oh, that's really sweet of you to think that way, Tammy. Yeah, there's that minor power outage of mine when I think about temperatures for us were, in the 90s here, and humidity levels, literally humidity levels at 100%. We got, from Thursday through Sunday, we had 5 inches of rain, and then Monday and Tuesday we had another 2.5. And I remember when I lived in New Mexico, Albuquerque's yearly rainfall was 9 inches. So we got almost all the yearly rainfall in a week. And that's how crazy it is. So there's lots of people around here that are dealing with flooding and that kind of stuff as well too. So I feel pretty blessed that, it was a minor power outage for me, not anything that was too big of a deal. What I might do is journal here all the way across, and once I think about it, I usually don't journal until after we're done, but if I think about it and I think I'm gonna have more, I'll start up here, come across, and then come down here, because there might be more that I want to say about this. This is kind of a bucket list thing for me to do, an area bucket list. We've done some of those things this summer. We ate at 2 restaurants that I've been wanting to eat at, and because if I mention it, it happens. That's all I'm saying. He's a sweetheart. He just makes sure that, if I want to do it, and we do things he wants to do too, but he's a sweetheart about that. So, all right, there's the 2 pages, and I really like them. And I love, for those of you who weren't here right away, I was talking about colors that I wanted to use. And oftentimes you think greens or browns because of nature, right? But I knew that if I put these greens on a green paper, you'd lose these photos. And I had pink on here, a pink shirt and a pink hat, and it kind of reminds me of that day. So I played with some pink, thought about collections with pink, and that, that's sweet, Tamara. Tamara's husband does the same thing. If she says it, he makes it happen, so she has to watch what she says. Anyway, so as I'm going, that's cool. So I wanted to mention that because there are sweet guys out there. So I was thinking about, okay, pink, it reminds me of the day, and when I laid kind of the papers behind that pink paper, I thought I did a really beautiful job with this blue, and then also the green, that it separated it. But then that enabled me to put green behind it, so you still had a really kind of a nature feel for the the layout, which I thought was really fun. That was just a fun fun little thing that just a different way to look at it, I guess. I didn't even think about that. So I'm gonna see if I have a ton of these are double page layouts that I need to get moving. Want to see my favorite picture of the 2 of us, since we're talking about us. That was us at Lambeau Field this spring. So since I'm showing him off, I'm gonna grab my single pictures and see if there's anything that maybe I could quickly scrap with these supplies. If there's not, I think we might be done, but let's see, what is this? Oh, let's see. Okay, so here's 3 food related things. Pictures from crumble cookies. Let's see. There's also these. So there's some good, there's two sets of photos. Hang on a second. Let me see if I can find some photos that I think might work. So this Kelly Country Creamery is a dairy store that makes their own ice cream. Not too far from where I live. Not too far. So we were on our way back from Green Bay and stopped there because I said, oh, sometime we should go to this. And then he said, well, how far off the road is it? And I told him, I said, let's go. So we did. So, and then this is a uniquely Wisconsin thing here. This is all brown food. Very bad, very bad. But cheese curds. So you take a piece of cheese and you dip it in batter and fry it, and then you dip it in a dressing. So, yeah. Anyway, you know, I could very quickly find papers to work with this, even if I don't find anything. These are the illustrated faith papers that I pulled out before. I think these are going to be probably too busy for that. Unless we did something like this. So we could pull out the red. I can cut that cheese curd photo down. So that's a possibility. You guys will, now you're really seeing my thought process and how it works. This is probably, I love this paper. That's not really related to this, but if I pulled that color out, that might be able to work too. I also have something else that I should just go grab because that could work. Now I'm getting so much here I can't even see. I liked this paper better if I did turquoise with it for those three photos, but I do have ice cream paper. So I could do this, you know, standard, and then you drop this. You've probably seen me do this a gazillion times. I still think this would be better. Those photos would be better on turquoise. Here's a black piece of paper, so we could use that to border, or I could just get out some washi tape. All right, let me see if I can find some turquoise paper. I have a piece, it's just not big enough. It's only a scrap. So, not quite what I was looking for. All right, these can go back. I would love to do this in pink and green though. So, yummy. One of my favorite local spots. All right, let me grab my little turquoise stack and see if I can make a busy paper really work. That'll be the next challenge. Oh. Okay, how do we like that? That could work. I'm going to go see if I can just find something that's a little bit more solid though, because you know I have that Hearts and Ombre line from Bella Boulevard. I might still have some of that left. So let me take a quick look, and I think that would go. Oh yeah. So that would be great. I think these are two. There's probably not enough showing that. If I don't have another piece, we'll make that work. And I do have another piece. Yay. Okay. This is when having an awful lot of supplies helps. Brown food tastes good. Brown food does taste good. It's just that I'm always like, oh, brown food, so bad, but so delicious. And I don't remember what each of these things was, so I'll have to go back and check the menu out for this to remind myself. I will have to tell you I've become an ice cream and a cheese curd connoisseur this summer, which is just bad, 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 bad. Bad for the waistline. Especially, I have a nasty case of plantar fasciitis at the moment, so I'm not running, and which is a foot thing. It's a foot thing, and mine is muscle involved, so it's getting better, but not ready to run on yet. Anyway, so I'm eating all these nasty, yummy, delicious things. Okay, so what I want to do is line this up in some way, and I think that'll work. I justify either the top or the bottom if my pictures aren't exactly the same. So I'm going to justify the bottom here. Okay, and I'm also going to take a piece of note paper out so I can remember the date of these. I don't know that I have this on my calendar, and the other date as well, so that when I'm journaling I have them. I went through old photos not that long ago with no dates on anything, and I have an approximate idea, but I don't know yours for sure, and that was making me crazy now because I do date everything. Oh, you know what? Harmony was saying she watches Umbrella on Worst Cooks in America. I haven't watched that show in ages. It must be on at the same time as something else that I watched. I used to see it all the time. I do like her. She's sassy. Okay, so this is Bella Boulevard Hearts and Ombre in Gulf, which is the name of that color. And then this paper I'm cutting now is Bella Boulevard Make Your Mark, Paint Me Pretty. So they had this whole, they're like illustrated faith line, had this whole, which was kind of like for Bible journaling and faith journaling. They had like a painter kind of look to it, painty look to it. And this photo is a little bit long, so before I put it on there, we'll sneak up. We're going to do 3 pages tonight, you guys. Okay, so the question is, do we want that showing or do we want it up here like this? I actually think I like a little bit that paintiness showing. And again, I'm being careful that the top border of this is not the same as this. Okay, Tammy is talking about onion rings. Burgerville Walla Walla onion rings. Oh, okay. Those are delicious. I love onion rings. They don't love me, but that doesn't mean I don't eat them. So, yum-y. All right, I'm going to go back to that tag thing I have here to see if I can get a tag that I can use here so that I don't have to go searching anywhere else. This will be about making these supplies work. I'm taking faith journaling stuff and using it here. Do whatever scares you. Yes, that could scare you. So I could do BU. That's cute. A lot of these are more like faith-based things. so maybe not there. There's more hearts in here though. That's kind of awesome. I do have my little stickers. Grace, peace, love. Love might be good here. Too small. And these are cute, but they're not big enough. So I think I need something more horizontal too. I'm not finding it in here, so I'm gonna grab my Bella Boulevard and let's see what I can find in pink. Ooh. That's probably way more space than I need. That's a good pink. I could also trim something down too. Here's the exciting, this is what happens when I don't look at things early. Okay, so there's red here. And I could just kind of cut that one off. Or there's this pink. This little pink label piece. Enjoy every day, or not, as the case may be. That red. So far, I think the heart's winning for me and cut it down a little bit. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I think we'll do the heart and then cut it down. Could do that, but I think that. And then let's see if any of these puffies work. Love. Yes is good. I might like that one better. The love could go up here somewhere. Let's see. I don't know that I need the Find Your Joy. Okay, so let's cut this down a little bit. I'm thinking an arrow or something would be good. Today, choose joy. Let's see. Unleash your creativity. I'm looking at these. Someday it will all make sense. Where I had, oh, here. This is the one that had the little circles in it. Just kind of playing with shapes here to see. Because what I'm thinking is maybe this and that. There we go. Because that like anchors that a little bit. And do I have any? I have banners. I like the idea of that banner. I don't like the banner. And I'm having problems with not loving that red with that pink. And honestly, I'm not loving this card. That's the other thing. just going to play with this a little bit and see. Like, I want to slip that under there. Maybe we need to go back to this one. Far left pictures, those are fries. But, so, I don't know if I said this, but this was at a restaurant called Crawfish Junction, in all seriousness. And they do have crawfish. So, in this particular case, it was actually fries. And I have had crawfish. I know, guys, they're just not working for me. Maybe, let me try something else. I think this is why. I think I want more width. I'll use this card. It's whatever you do, make sure it makes you happy. Can we make this work? Trying to figure out, can I get a cluster in here? Okay, no. I'm having a little bit of a harder time here. I think just because I'm trying to work with just these supplies. I do like whatever you do, make sure it makes you happy. And I think I'm going to do that there. And I like the yellow. There's also a "You're the Best" tag. And the "You Can Do This," maybe? This guy could come up over here. I do have those enamel hearts too. I have to remember that as well. So I could pull some color in here. That's what I think I'm going to do. So we need some pink. Maybe that's what we'll do it with, is these enamel hearts. This one's a little big though. So I'm thinking I could get this blue in here, maybe up here. There's plenty of yellow. See Kelly struggle when she forces herself to use supplies that may or may not work so well. Okay, I think this has to be this one. Maybe that. Okay, so we've got that pink. We need some blue up here, I think. So let's try this one. There we go. That pulls in the blue. And then cut like the "You Can Do This," like eating it, but maybe that there, that covers like that joint. I know it's pointing off the layout. Normally I don't like to do that, but I'm going to do it in this particular case. And I'll add that little blue one to pull in that color there. Okay, I'm liking that better. Yeah, I did say I wanted with harmony. I was so lost and stuff. I did think about putting that circle over the heart circle, but for some reason that big block like this, which could have worked, but I think big block of plain white was bothering me. I think that's what it was. Besides the fact that I also wanted width. So I got my width and the rest of it by just doing this. Okay, so let's get this down here. And then that guy up in there. Not quite sure why my supplies are men, but they are. Yeah, I think it does too. It's still that block of white, but it's the pattern thing that's just making it so much better. And then I can play, I can play with the size a little bit here too. All right, I'm feeling much, much better now that I changed that. And then let's make this come down just a little. I don't want the gold tag and the white paper to end on the same line. Okay, much, much better. At least in my opinion, anyway. Okay. I just saw this orange arrow. Nah, no orange on there. Okay, so we used some of those puffy stickers. I think that's all good. We got the love. Now, title. Up in here. Maybe, and some green. Might be nice to pull out some of this. Just looking at colors to pull out here. So that's really close. I bet I can't spell Crawfish Junction. That is going to be the problem here, is can I spell the word, because it's so long. I have yellow, I have white. So white could be good, because we could pull in the white from here and here. Maybe. I don't think I have any yellow in these stickers. Reds. The springy green is what I would really like, but I can't make it work in the letters I have. I don't think I have any other small letters in that color. Just gonna take a look and see. I do these jelly bean soup alphas, but I don't think I have enough of them left. No 8s to use there. I came close. Oh, wait. Maybe I can. I have another sheet. Ooh, I have an 8 here. Although it's not, it's supposed to be the same green, but it's not. Yeah, can't spell that. Maybe I could spell it here, though. I think I can spell it with these, so I'll just use capital letters here and mix them. Oh, though we're not going to really be able to see it on there. Not with a flat sticker. Okay. That's not going to work. Let's try the white. I'm going to go MacGyver these up too a little bit, because if I spell the whole thing out, actually let's use a C because I've got a G that I can MacGyver into a C here. I'm not liking white either, you guys. Ah, pink? Maybe a pink. The white's calling too much attention to itself. I have yellow too, so let me see if I know I have pink in these letters. Find some pink. I have entirely too many of these. This is really exciting scrapbooking now, but this is what you get when you get the real videos, right? Oh, these are the only pink ones I have. Just looking to see if I have Julie Bean Soup in pink. Those letters are so old, I need to use them up. Okay, I don't think I have it. So maybe we're gonna go back to, we'll go to yellow here. And it'll work with that up there. Thank you, Harmony, for confirming my thought of yellow. Let's try this. And then that'll just echo that, and that'll be just fine. Since I have that hashtag sign or number sign if you're old like I am, I'll take the middles out of these till later. I'm just gonna do this so you guys can see it, because I feel like I wasted a lot of time looking for the right color, but that's real life. It's what you don't see when you watch edited videos, in all seriousness. So it is one nice thing is you see a real process. Hey, the cool part, I'm going to use a J here. That's one of those letters that you don't see that often. Oh, okay, well, I don't feel so bad then. Harmony's telling us that she would still be picking papers. You get faster when you do YouTube videos, because you don't want to edit all that stuff out. Ooh, I only have one N on these 3 sheets of letters, but we have views. I also think I'm going to take the hashtag out because I don't love it, but okay. Well, I'm glad it helps, Tammy. And you definitely do see like what I'm thinking and why I'm making the decisions I'm making. I try to explain that in edited videos, but it's so much harder because you're not in the moment and you forget some of the things that you were thinking. Oh, you have a fizz. That's awesome. Well, and I get to use, I get to use an X because one of the M's has a name, an X in their name. I don't use them all the time, but okay. Let me just take, this is the only one that really needs something else. And maybe I'm leaving that hashtag in because really it's a hashtag. It's not that big of a deal. Probably need some enamel dots here too. If I could find some of that green, I think that would be nice in an enamel dot. We'll see if I have it. Okay, so yeah, that yellow was a good call, Harmony. I like that on there. So now I'm going through my basket. I'll bring this over of my enamel dots. Looking to see if I have any of that green. I know I have that acidy, but I think it's a little too bright on here. I mean, it works with that, but it's yellowy with that goldy yellow. It's a little bit too much. That green right there will work. Oh my gosh, okay. Oh, that is a good idea, Harmony, that the W and the U and the N all work because they're all rounded. So Harmony just posted that her cat is named Fizz because he was found behind a Coke machine. How cute is that? That's disappearing a little, but I think it'll be okay. Oh my gosh, that's such a cute story. There we go. That works better there. Oh, that is just so sweet. Linus and Lucy had a cat sitter the last 2 weeks, and they love her. I was so afraid because they loved their last cat sitter so much, and I thought, oh, how are we ever going to get one that they love as much? And I think they love their new cat sitter even more. And I think she's a little quirky. To say the least. I really, really like her, but she's kind of quirky, and so I think they love her because of that. She's a little quirky. Okay, yowza, that last one felt like a lot of work. Although really, it took me less than half an hour to do it. So even including going from scratch, finding papers and photographs, so I guess that's not so bad. Okay, so there is the layout here. Lots of room to journal here, which is nice because then I can talk about what each of the burgers are. And then so there's that one that we did tonight, and then kind of pull this one. So this one, if you just joined us, that one sat there for a while though, so that's here. So two really different looks, same paper collection basically. So, and I like how taking this out now that this turquoise is behind it. Tammy's she's hungry for dinner. Me too. I really like how this sets that off, and it's a block of paper, so all that busyness kind of fades into the background, because I think a lot of us struggle with busy papers, and getting a chunk of the a solid, or in this case a faux solid, will really help you. Lots of times when I have a busy paper this busy, I bring this top edge up to the top edge of this, and then you only see this busyness down here. So that is another tip if it's bothering you. So let's see, Julie said they have wrench, ratchet, and big wheel. Oh my gosh. They were rescued as kittens from a tool shed on our in-laws' property. Okay, that is too cute. So wrench, ratchet, and big wheel. They use too many vowels in ours. Yes, that would be a lot of them. That's cute. That's darling. I love pet names. I also love human names for pets as well. Like, well, I guess I have Linus and Lucy, but they remind me of the Peanuts characters. But like, I don't know, a dog named Ed makes me laugh. I find it ironic. So too cute. So Tammy says she loves busy paper and she has a hard time using it, so she knows how to use it. Yeah, and I think sometimes it's fun just to challenge yourself to find one and say, okay, I'm going to make this work. How am I going to do that? Okay, oh, too funny. So Harmony has a cat named Todd. That's exactly what I'm talking about. I find that to be completely ironic. Someone is doing the firecrackers. I don't know if you guys just heard that, if the microphone's picking it up, but if you're hearing shooting noises, there's not actual shooting going on. It's the kids who live in my complex are having a little fun. So anyway, well, you guys, it was super cool to join you. We'll see how things go over the next couple of weeks, because I know I have plans, like I said, with the Ems and I next weekend. Maybe I could spend some time on Sunday. Maybe I'll try to go live on Sunday. We'll see how that goes. And then the following week, again, I've got plans for the weekend, so I don't know that I probably won't. So that's a weekend before Labor Day weekend if you're in the U.S. So last weekend in August, I don't know that I'll be here. I'll try to sneak in from time to time though. That'll really help. Okay, so Tamara says her cat's name is Dave, which makes me laugh, and it really makes me laugh. I love that. In our complex here, there's a cat named Dave as well, and it's named the cat's named Dave because the cat is female, but is named Dave because the cat somehow looks like the owner of the buildings, and I have not seen the owner, so I'm not quite sure, but that just makes me laugh. And I love a cat named Dave is awesome. Dave, Todd, and then the whole Tool group of cats. Too funny. See, we're all laughing now. Harmony, hopefully that brightened up things a little bit for you with whatever bad, not good stuff is going on. So before the shooting gets any louder, I think I am going to sign off for the night. And you guys have a great weekend. Enjoy whatever as we're starting to wind down the summer months, at least in my neck of the woods. The summer months are winding down. Take care, you guys, and go hug your pets. Bye-bye.